What's up everybody, I'm HoopsandHipHop, and it is about that time of year again. E3 is just a few weeks away, and as a video game centric channel, I feel that I kind of have to make at least one video on it. However, when it comes to Pokemon, because obviously I'm a Pokemon focused channel, it's a bit up in the air as to what's going to happen with Pokemon at E3. It is possible that we might see something Pokemon related, but on the other hand, it's very possible that we might not see anything. So Pokemon is really a wild card at this year's E3, but like I said, since I am a video game related channel, I gotta talk about it at least once, so that's what I'm doing here. I am going to give you guys my 5 predictions for what I would like to see at E3 and what I expect to see at E3. I tried to keep this list as realistic as possible, so I'm going to say right now there's no Diamond and Pearl remakes because I just don't think we're going to get them this soon. So there are some interesting picks on here, so I tried to make it, like I said, as realistic and as legitimate as possible, not just kind of like a pipe dream sort of video. This is a video that really has some practical picks on it. So without further ado, let's get started. Now I'm going to start this list off with what is the most likely, in all likelihood, pick of this list, a Pokémon Tournament Deluxe on the Switch. Now, Pokémon Tournament was a popular game even on the struggling Wii U. It's very popular over in Japan because not only is it on the Wii U in Japan, but they also have arcade machines for Pokémon Tournament all over the place in Japan. Now, the reason why this one is the most likely is because there is a significant amount of content for Pokémon Tournament that we have not even seen on console yet, namely the 4 DLC fighters, Empoleon, Scizor, Darkrai, and Croagunk. That is a lot of content to just not ever see the light of day over here in the States, and with the trend that the Switch has had, where they've released several popular Wii U titles like Mario Kart 8, and isn't there another one? I don't know, but they are going through a trend of re-releasing popular Wii U titles on other systems. They've done it with a couple games that they re-released on the 3DS, like Super Mario Maker. And Pokémon Tournament is one of those popular titles, so it's absolutely plausible and frankly fairly likely that we will see a Pokémon Tournament Deluxe on the Switch at some point, and it's possible that we might see it at E3, given that it's the biggest stage for video game announcements every year. Personally, I would love it. I would love to see even more content on top of what we already know about. But anything Pokémon Tournament I am game for, anything Pokemon Switch related I'm game for, so I really hope it happens. Coming in next on this list is Pokemon Gold, Silver, and Crystal on the Virtual Console. Now, after the immense success of Red, Blue, and Yellow on the Virtual Console on the 3DS, this one seems like it's bound to happen at some point. One thing I will say, even though this is something that I know, is almost guaranteed to not happen, but I wish it would happen, is if they launched the Switch Virtual Console with these games on the Switch Virtual Console, so you could play it on the handheld or on your big screen TV. We all feel like a mainline Pokemon game on the Switch, it's only a matter of time before it happens. And I feel like if they did this and put it on the Switch Virtual Console, that it would be a nice precursor, because you'd be able to play Pokemon Gold and Silver, even though it's a re-release, on your home console, on your TV. And it would be a nice homage to Pokemon Stadium 2, where you were able to do that if you had the transfer pack. Like I said, this is almost guaranteed not to happen. If you don't have a Switch, don't worry. That's just something that I think would be really cool, and hopefully we'll see it at this year's E3. Now, the third pick on this list is a brand new spin-off Pokemon game for the Nintendo Switch. Now, this one, it kind of all depends on whether Pokémon Tournament happens, because if Pokémon Tournament Deluxe on the Switch happens, then this one is not going to happen. But if that one is announced, then there is room for a new Pokemon game on the Switch, a spin-off Pokemon game. We all know, pretty much every Nintendo home console since the N64 has had a spin-off home console game. So we're definitely going to get one with the Switch. It just all depends on what we get. It would be really cool to see something new, even though I would love Pokémon Tournament, and it's entirely possible that we'll get both at some point because the Switch is so popular. I honestly am not sure what I would like to see, given that it's brand new. There are a lot of things that Pokemon could do. It'd be really cool to see a mystery dungeon game on the Switch, although that's not a brand new IP or anything like that. So overall, anything brand new in terms of Pokemon, I would be excited for. Like I said, it's really going to be one or the other with Pokémon Tournament or this. I'm fine with either, so no matter which one happens, I'm okay with it. Now, number 4 is kind of related to number 3 because we're talking about a spin-off Pokemon game on the Switch. However, this time around, I'm going to be talking about a revival of a previous series. So I'm talking like a new Pokemon Stadium game, a follow-up to Pokemon Colosseum XD Gale of Darkness, a new Pokemon Snap, something like that, like a sequel to an already existing Pokemon spin-off franchise. This topic has made the lists of so many top 5 videos on YouTube over the years just because everyone wants it. Like, take any 3 of those games that I just mentioned, and every single Pokemon fan would love to have all 3 of them. Like, it's so in demand at this point, it just makes all the sense in the world. Like, with Pokemon Snap, it was perfect for the Wii U because of the gamepad and the camera capabilities that it had, the 2-screen functionality. The Switch doesn't do exactly what the Wii U gamepad does, but it still kind of has that 2-screen experience, plus the mobile home console experience, so it would be perfect for that. On top of that, we have Pokemon Stadium, which I feel like is the least likely because Game Freak has come out and said that the big appeal of Stadium was that it was 3D battles, and if they did one now when 3D is standard, they'd have to add something new to it to really make it justifiable, which I absolutely think they can do. But I think simply just giving us all 802 Pokemon in Pokemon Stadium would be reason enough to release it. So any Pokemon fan would love to have that. And then the one that I would personally like the most, a sequel or follow-up to Pokemon Colosseum and XD Gale of Darkness. I think everyone can agree, or most everyone can agree, that along with Mystery Dungeon, these 2 are the best Pokemon spin-off games ever. And we really would all love to see a 3rd game to really kind of make it a trilogy, because that's the closest thing to a mainline Pokemon home console game that we've ever gotten, and it was fantastic, and it's been like over 10 years since we got the last one in XD Gale of Darkness, so a revisit to that franchise would be amazing, and I really hope it happens, even if not at this E3, even though crossing our fingers, you know, but even if not at this E3, at some point in the Switch's lifespan, or sometime in the future, because we seriously need it. And finally, the game that you probably were all expecting to see on this list, Pokémon Stars. Now, basically, the reason why I didn't say Diamond and Pearl remakes is because I think that's way far off, but I mean, I could see a follow-up to Sun and Moon in the near future. I would be slightly disappointed if a new game came out on the 3DS, but not terribly disappointed. I'm fine with either, just for the sake of the fans, I guess, at this point. However, I think it's decently likely. I mean, I'd say maybe like 20-25% chance that we'll see something at E3 relating to this. And something on the Switch related to Pokemon Stars, just because there was a rumor. There's been this whole rumor about Pokemon Stars, and it's all, like, the whole time it's said that it's going to be on the Switch. There was even a rumor that said a Mario game and a Pokemon game would be out within the first 6 months of the Switch's lifespan, and we've already got Mario Odyssey, which isn't quite 6 months, but it's close enough, so it would make total sense going along with that rumor to see a Pokemon game on the Switch revealed at E3 as well, so I am just really excited for E3. It's the most wonderful time of the year in terms of video games, so I am just really excited to see what it has to offer for Pokemon, and I hope that we get at least one, preferably like 2 or 3 things on this list. And there you go, those were my 5 predictions for Pokemon at this year's E3. Now, it's really up in the air, like I said, as to what's going to happen, but no matter what happens Pokemon-wise, it's guaranteed to be a really good E3 Nintendo-wise. There's a lot of really good stuff that all of us fans, whether you're a fan of Pokemon, Nintendo, just anything, it's just the most wonderful time of the year, video game-wise, so regardless of what happens, I am really excited for it. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a like and let me know down in the comments below what you would like to see at this year's E3 and what you think of all of these predictions or concepts, or if you would like them or anything like that. Just get a discussion going down in the comments below. If you do enjoy my content and would like to support it, I recently started a Patreon. Link is in the description and will be on the end card. I offer some really great additional perks over there, such as instant early access to remixes, the ability to vote on videos that you would like to see each month, and even more. So if you really like the content, consider stopping by there and possibly making a contribution. Anything is massively appreciated. Also, if you're new, be sure to hit that subscribe button because I upload great Pokemon content every Tuesday and Saturday, and there's also a new remix coming on Thursday, just so you know. Anyways, with all of that being said, I will see you guys for another video soon, and until then, I'll smell you guys later.